ActionAid, it is season pili, nalo ndio nazele pili. Baitumia kuba ActionAid, bati season pili mwana lolo, unabasali ni unasolozwa kupenda milibya solitenge masila zene usazivi, mafish pond seleza, magardens seleza, kafa zao kizero pili eti size kiba ActionAid.
Obiti my ponela bona kivale. Obiti my ponela bona kivale.
So this one you just continue like keep on doing like this. So I came here to work as an inspirator for women mobilization and motivation. I worked with street children. I worked with landmine victims in northern Uganda, and I also inspired them to do this kind of thing. Currently, what is happening behind me, I was called by another LRP, that is from Sesheke LRP, to come and help them train the women here. Because in Senanga we had done something like the same thing that we are doing here, doing tie and dye. But tie and dye was not the major thing that I was doing. I came and I trained the women on how to do savings, and I formed them into groups, and then the groups they formed their leaders. I helped them to form their leadership, and then we started like saving, and the saving was like from 10 to 15 to 30 people.
I have worked in there in Nepal as a project officer in a small organization NGO like Zambia Foundation in here, and this organization is also partner of the ActionAid Nepal in Nepal. And so that before I came in here, lots of the ActionAid policy, ActionAid objectives, ActionAid strategy, I learned more things from Nepal. So it is easy for me to implement my work, to do work in here. I have lots of the experience in here, Every moment, everything, every moment, every community, if you are going, you learn something. In here, I'm not coming for learning other people, but I'm not coming here for teaching other people, but I came in for learning also, And I believe learning process is lifelong process. So I have some of the experience which I write in my writing. I love writing. I love writing some articles in Nepal also. So I write some articles, and I think I publish these articles, and I hope these articles will help to build up relation. I think they build up relation between the Nepal and Zambia. Nepalese people also know about the Zambia. Zambian also know about the Nepal. People give me local name, Mubita Samwanji.
My title actually is Budget Tracking Inspirator. I got the position to help the Zambia Council in capacity development for their budget tracking activities with the Ministry of Finance, and follow it through to the local councils and local governments, and develop tools, social accountability tools that could easily be understood by the local councillors to interpret and understand the budgetary jargon that comes from the Ministry of Finance, and be able to demand for services according to what has been promised in the Budget Act. So ideally that is my role.
To provide quality services such as the decentralization policy. We also working at budget advocacy, realizing from the fact that there is no development which can be done without a very responsive budget. So we want to ensure that the budget is responsive to the citizens of this nation, and the citizens have been given space to have an input, demand, and also within the budgeting cycle, they have a place to participate within that. We are found in all the 10 provinces of Zambia, and we operate through what we call provincial liaison officers, offices, and that is the way we operate. We are a membership-based and an umbrella organization, coordinating the works of all the civil society organizations.
My advisory support to ActionAid Zambia is actually in several components. First and foremost, my role is to support the ActionAid Zambia core team in enhancing their capacity, analytical capacity, advocacy capacity in terms of decentralization policy implementation. As you may know, as ActionAid Zambia, we are working in solidarity with the people living in poverty. And decentralization as a government reform aims to enhance service delivery, provision of public services.
So my role basically has three sort of key areas, which is working with all projects and programs to ensure that they follow a human rights-based approach to make sure that we're aiming towards realizing human rights, such as to water, to education, to food, so that once those basic rights have been met, that everybody can lead a life of dignity. The second area of my work is I help with partnerships. So, for example, with the Zambia Council, is that I work very closely with ActionAid's partners to help strengthen their capacity. Like what we're doing today is helping them to build their strategy. So I'm helping, assessing with partners where their weaknesses are, where their strengths, and helping to build those.
The successes, the failures. Ali tutozabona kwa kugusa kwa tenizese lutreze battle root and business management. We've learned a lot apart from the skill of a technical skill, tie and dye. Beatrice has also taught us business management skills.
Added an ingredient of the jubilating line, and she did some bit of training, which actually the department appreciated, and that training on its own actually saw us actually have a number of clubs increase from the initial sub-center number of clubs, because people, after getting sensitized and getting some trainings from her, they learned some entrepreneurship skills, especially on saving, because saving was one of the part that most of the groups were actually failing to do. And we actually, through her innovation, she introduced what we call the cash box. That is normally with the group. The group members or club members that are saving, they're able to even get a little for their households. Then the other money, they use it for they continue with their activities of the clubs, and even at individual level they continue their other activities of maybe if for example one is selling fish, that person will continue selling fish and you have enough capital.
But about over 50 people also from different clubs have benefited from the training that she held, from the entrepreneurship and the tie and dye, from different clubs. The initiative that she brought on the tie and dye, that thing, we are seeing it being implemented because some people have gone to Lusaka, have started going to Lusaka to get the materials, and then they make their own tie and dye and resell to the community. So we've actually started seeing the impact already, because it's the implementation has already started.
When women are doing something and you really bring them to the limelight, it also empowers other women to come out and be themselves, because most times women are left out. But when women are celebrated, like now I see we are celebrating their success. So when women are celebrated, they really come out of themselves. It's not that they cannot do something, but what they need is to be empowered. And we as ActionAid, I think we are trying to do that with the rural people. We are trying to empower the rural women, by giving them business skills, giving them their rights. They also have to know that they can really do something for their families. And when a woman is empowered, we are not only empowering one person, we are empowering a family, we are empowering a community, we are empowering a village, we are empowering the whole district, we are empowering the nation.
A program, a short period project, program, which was called the Proven Project. Mainly it was addressing immediate needs for orphans and vulnerable children and people living with HIV and AIDS. So after that intervention, we looked at long-term, ActionAid looked at long-term engagement of long-term programming. That's how they came up with the localized program, which is promoting issues of women rights, education rights, governance, as well as women education, which is another one, food rights. Yes. So these basically also they are buying in the KZF strategic plan. You know that KZF is promoting issues of rural enterprise, food security. So those are aligning with the KZF for values and the strategic focus.
Kiran has been very useful. He's really inspired us. Because we didn't know certain things. As for me, I'm learning about all these issues to do with the citizen education report. You know how we can come up with a citizen education report. How people, the community are able to, relate, the services of, education. How the service providers are, implementing that service in terms of education, and then people are able to, actually rate, able to see, the gaps that are there, the challenges in education, and so on. I didn't know actually how to come up with this too. And also on the Civic Concern Forum, it's it's actually new to me, and I have really seen how powerful this group can be. It can really drive change.
ActionAid, it is a pili, nalo ndio na zele pili. Baitumia kuba ActionAid, batisize zelo pili mwana lolo, lunabasali ni unasauziwa kupenda milibya solitenge masila zene usazivi, mafish pond selweza, magardens selweza, kafa zelo kizelo pili eti size kiba ActionAid.
We have developed the partnership very well, and we seem to be part of ActionAid, and I'm sure even ActionAid seems to be also working well with the Zambia Council for Social Development. Whenever we have a problem, I think ActionAid is there to intervene and help us come out. We may have problem of governance. ActionAid can come in, usually comes in, help us and resolve the issues amicably, which is a very, very good for partnership.
I'm called Godfrey Ochengukumu. I'm from Kenya. I am an activist inspirator. That is the global youth network within ActionAid Federation for Zambia. This event is an exchange program. It is part of the Activist International pillar. There are 4 pillars. The first pillar is training. The second pillar is shared learning. The third one is campaigning, and the last one is international activities. So this is part of empowerment, which falls under training and shared learning, where different countries can come together to share good experiences. Yeah. So we have both activists here from Malawi and activists from Zambia, sharing their best practices and what they have been doing around campaigning within ActionAid. Some of the things we've been able to do, like myself, part of my mandate is to support Activists Zambia to have structures that can mobilize young people to come together to help fight poverty and injustices on people living with poverty.
ActionAid, it is a pili, na zere pili. Baitumia kuba ActionAid, wabati sizazero pili mwana lolo, unabasali ni unasaluzwa kupenda milibia solitenge, masila, zene usazivi, mafish pondi sereza, magardens sereza, kafu ya zero kizero pili, eti size kiba ActionAid.